Alright everybody, it's Jay, and today's topic is going to be very, very spicy, to say the least. Now, the reason this is going to be so spicy is because this is going to talk and be more directed towards women, and I need women to listen to this video and understand my take as a guy and why I feel how I do about things. So this is mainly directed towards women. So, today I was out at Walmart, and I saw something that I rarely see anymore, and it is a full family of a mother and a man pushing his infant child inside a stroller. And I saw this, and I was pretty amazed by it. And it made me realize that we're too far away from that anymore. Now, this is going to go deeper into explanations as to why men don't want one woman anymore. Why men just proceed to want more than one woman in his life and don't really want to stay with one woman in general, and women make that difficult on those guys. So that's gonna be part of this topic. Now, a lot of what I see now is women making money in ways they should not really be making money. And back in the day, growing up, this would have never been a thing, but we've made it easier for people to just, sell their bodies and make money that way. I see that a lot going on online. It's unfortunate because that's what's part of the cause of the problem is, okay? Another problem I see within society is that we're not having full-on families anymore. And women aren't giving men babies anymore. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a more of a problem there that I'll approach in maybe another video later on. But this is more directed at women and why men are just having trouble getting into relationships or always end up wanting more than one woman. Alright? Women expect guys to work their asses off for them. Let's just face facts. If a woman is expecting a man to pay for all the bills, provide, and then pay for a house, and then continue to work while she's having, while she's getting that relaxing time with the family, it ends up breaking the family up after a while because, we're not in the 1960s anymore where the nuclear family existed, okay? We all want that. Some of us want that nuclear family. But to get that nuclear family, you have to go as a guy and work all day. Back in the day, when a nuclear family existed, income-based jobs and paying for a house and paying for food on the table was a lot easier. The man came home at the end of the night, spent weekends with his family while the wife was at home doing what she needs to do. We're in a time where that's not as easy as it once was, okay? And a guy can sit there and bust his ass all day, and a woman will not acknowledge that. A woman will completely ignore that, and it's become a bit of a problem in today's world. I haven't dated in like a while, solely because of what is going on with society. Society is in a bit of a mess, and it's a bit of a wreck. And there's one YouTuber I'm going to specifically point out that I heard say something the other night, and I'm going against the grain on this one. I'm going to point her out, and I just want you guys to know I don't really have beef with her, but I am bringing this up simply because she said it, and I do comment and I do pay attention to her. So let's get into who this is. Now, this content creator right here, Brittany Venti, she speaks a lot on women's rights, and she speaks about the way, she's examples of how women should be. But there was something she said in this video. She has this beef with Pearl, and I'm going to explain why I'm going against something she said in this stream, okay? There was something she said in this stream where she basically said that women want to be coddled. Women want to sit at home all day, raise the children, and cook and clean, which is fine. But you can't expect that in today's age. This is 2023. Most of us are struggling. The economy sucks. And women are making life harder for men because I just saw a post over on Reddit, which I don't even know if I could find it. Let me see. I can't find it. So I did look. I looked around a little bit and I can't find it. But it was basically a post of a woman blaming her husband for going homeless. I'm looking at this myself. And I just briefly skimmed through it, but she apparently has money sitting away inside these accounts and not willing to help the husband out when he's in the midst of a struggle and when they're on a bit of a downfall, okay? So it was just a little like it distraughted me a little bit to see that, because that woman there, she's being given everything, but she's not willing to help in return. And that's why us guys, we're at the point now where, the guys want to be helped. We want to be helped. We want to go back to that time. It is impossible for a man who is working his hardest, making a decent income, to provide not only for a woman, but a child. And I hate to break it to you ladies, but when you get a job, you do get a month of leave from your job for having a baby. It is a thing. It's called maternity leave. You get paid for it, for taking time off. So reality of truth is, women have this thing where they feel like they're entitled to stuff now, and guys are just a little tired of it right now. I know myself, I'm really, really at my point where I've been taken advantage of too much, and women just keep relentlessly asking me for money, asking for a handout. They expect it. And when a guy turns them away from this handout and expecting it, they throw a temper tantrum and they get into an argument with us guys. And I'm not willing to provide and pay somebody for something I don't even know. I hate to break it to you ladies out there, but you need to start realizing that, hey, some of us guys are just tired of this. We don't hate you ladies, but we're just tired of being treated like this. We're at the point where men are giving way too much now, and the families are just falling apart. And that's why this is getting as it is. And there's another subject I could go off on, but I'm not going to. But women just need to take into consideration how they treat men and how they want things done for themselves all the time. Women have become more of a demanding type of person. That women have become the demanding sex in a relationship and don't want to listen to a guy that actually wants decent for the family or wants decent for his relationship. A woman will not go out and actually get a job. I've witnessed this. I'm not saying all women, but some women just will not go out and get a fucking job even if they ask them. I've witnessed my dad's relationship before he passed away fall apart because he kept telling my stepmom to go out and get her ass a job instead of her sitting at the house. That relationship fell apart so much, and I watched it fall apart, and that's what causes the relationships and the marriages to end. I've been through all this. I've seen it, okay? And the consistent wanting and demanding more and more from a man, it's not good mentally for the man. It's not good mentally for anybody at all. I've been in a situation where I chased my family down years ago, and I don't mean my mom and all those guys. I have some people outside of YouTube that I'm kind of trying to get back to, but at the same time, if it doesn't work, I do want to create another family at some point, just because the women are very, very, they want so much handed to them that it's affecting us guys, and some of us guys are just tired of it. We're mentally exhausted because women they want so much that when I see a woman go to work, I don't have a problem with it all. I don't have a problem with my girlfriend being in a relationship with me, or my wife being in a relationship with me, going to a 9-to-5 job at an office, or to work at a store to make the income, and putting her best effort in to save that money back or to help out with her other half. You both come home at the end of the day, and if the guy works hard or what, you both come home and you help each other out. That's how family works now. That's how it all works. And we don't see that anymore because women are getting too demanding now and they want too much from us guys. And I had to openly have this discussion, and I know this is going to be a hot take video, and women have been blaming guys far too much as of recently, and that's something that needs to change because we're seeing men. The reason men are with more than one woman right now is because women aren't treating men with respect, so therefore men are treating women with disrespect. And you can't expect a guy to be happy with you when you're expecting a million fucking things from him, and then you don't, that's something I don't get. That's something I don't get, and that's why, You know, I don't like Andrew Tate, but he's an example of how he works hard and he gives, so he gets as many women as he wants because he continues to give. He continues to give to the women. And the ecosystem of women are okay with that because he's not asking them to work. They can be fucking lazy all day and sit on their asses all day and have sex all day while he does nothing but bust his ass. So in a sense, I can understand why he has so many women, and I can understand why, you know, I highly appreciate and respect Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is an icon I absolutely look up to. That's another man that if you're a guy you should be looking up to because he's wealthy, he's rich, he's an Irishman that has a family and two children, and they look really happy, and he's putting in the effort to help his wife stay with him, you know, and his wife probably genuinely loves him because before he became big, his wife was there for him. His wife was there for him, not expecting a fucking thing out of the guy. So, ladies, I respect it that if you do watch this video, please take into consideration of how you're treating men and how there could be a guy out there for you, but expecting too much of him might not be your best, might not be the best for you, and maybe you need to tone down a little bit what you're expecting of a man. Because let's face facts, I'm tired, and I'm doing it for myself. I'm paying my rent and everything for myself. I'm not providing for anybody right now. And that's why a lot of guys are taking that route of not wanting to be with women. Women need to change their ways. That's the biggest, hands down, what it is. I see a lot of women, you know, with general ideas, but I'm throwing this out there because I want to put my opinion out there of why men are choosing to be with more than one woman or just not giving women the benefit of the doubt, because expecting too much of one potential human being is exhausting to them. There are times that I get mad because women expect me to hand them money to help buy a video game for a child that isn't my child. Why should I have to provide for that? Why should I have to pay for something that isn't mine? You know, and I look at it this way. If a woman were to come up to me today, and I had this incident, and then they just completely stopped talking to me. But this is an example of something that I deal with, okay? I was talking to somebody about wanting to have children. All right, and they came to disagreement with me at some point, and he basically said to me, I was like, so you would want me to quit my job and move out there to be with you and your daughter? And then she's like, yeah, I'd be okay with it as long as you're out there trying to find a job. I was like, okay, I'll do that. And, you know, I agreed with it because I know in reverse that I would find a good job, and help provide for that family. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's why I am like saying the stuff I am. And this is going to be one of the most hottest take videos I have. And I hope ladies pay attention to it because we need you ladies to start realizing that guys are going through a lot of stuff. Yes, you guys give us babies. I mean, you ladies give us babies, and we respect you and love you and care for you, but that's not enough for you. You want money. You want money. You expect too much of men. And then what happens? You end up not being with the man because you're expecting too much money, and then you become stuck with children because you went and left the guy. That's where it leads down to. And hey, I'm just throwing this out there, but if you're going to hate on that guy that gave you a child and was trying to help you to begin with, you have a problem and you need to rethink your life a little bit. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you guys out there, you know, are listening to this, or anybody is watching this, I want you all to understand, I've been feeling this way for like over a year right now, and you know, I'm listening to the Bible and understanding Jesus Christ and God, and I get a lot of answers that way. And today, while I was out at the supermarket, I did see a family together, and I'm like, wow, that's something I don't see anymore. And truthfully, you can go out and you don't see that anymore. You don't really see that anymore where the man and the woman are together pushing children around in a car. I see it at my job. That's because I work at a job. But when I am out in public, I barely ever see it anymore. So I think it's time things start changing. I want to bring this forth, and I hope this video does well. And I hope I get some views, and I hope I get some followers off of this, because this is something, as a guy, my standpoint as a guy, This is how I feel. This is why men do what they do. And this is why men are kind of mad at women right now, because of all the disrespect we put up with. And I'm sure somebody out there is going to disagree with me, but hey, that's your opinion. But I have my opinion and my reasons, and I've seen a lot of stuff like my dad's marriage fail, and my mother is relying on my stepdad. I'm not fans of my family and my mother, but I witnessed my mom just basically rely on my stepdad. That man goes to work and kills himself. And I see it a lot. I see a lot of what women do to guys. And it doesn't make me like women any less. It just puts a perspective in there as to why guys are doing what they do. If I want more than one woman right now, I'm going to aim to get more than one woman. And if that's going to upset women, well, then that's on now. But we all need to understand. If you want to be with a man and you want children, we all got to have some sort of backup system, right? So think about it that way. Think about how, like, if you are in a relationship or a guy is wanting more than one woman, he has every right in the world to want more than one woman, and no woman can get mad at him for wanting that. And that's where, I'm not a red pill, I'm not blue pill, I'm not trying to be politics, I'm not trying to do politics on here, but this is something that set well with me today, and I felt like I needed to say it, and I'm glad I got to say it. And if you did watch this, I hope you like it. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, and I hope ladies are listening to this and taking into consideration this is what guys want now, because you ladies are doing the same thing. Ladies are pushing us to work harder than we've ever worked before, and we're not getting a satisfaction out of it. So that's why we kind of act how we do. And reality of the truth is, it hurts. It sucks. And trust me, if you want it to change, you gotta help that change. You gotta help the change. All right. And with that said, guys, I'll be talking to you later. Take it easy and have a wonderful day.